like my biggest fear is that I record an entire podcast episode and
the mic is off.
It's off. Yeah. That's my worst fear. I'm so paranoid about it. Okay. Welcome to the Close Friends Only podcast, the dating podcast where we talk about all of our dating stories, red flags get revealed, and stories that should have stayed in the group chat, did not. And we are back with Sheet Talk, where I invite a guest into bed for a date and we discuss, or shit talk, if you will, dating and relationships. Episodes drop every Thursday, and today's episode we have Gio.
Hi, everyone. My name is Gio.
Yeah, I think you need to do a little bit of an intro. Give us 3 fun facts about yourself. Maybe where you're from, what you do for work.
Yeah.
All the fun things.
Okay, yeah. Thanks. So first off, thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, I am glad to be on here today. We've had conversations about this stuff, so I'm glad to dive in and have a little fun with it.
Yeah.
I am from the Bay Area, born and raised. I work in tech sales, but I also am an entrepreneur. I've built some businesses and brands in the Bay Area, worked in the industry for 16, 17 years, and I feel at this point I am just a curator.
He's a veteran.
Yeah, OG. Yeah, it means
OG.
That means I'm old. Yeah.
Bay Area OG.
But yeah, thank you. But thank you for having me here, and I'm excited to get into it.
Me too. I'm so happy that you joined today. And before this episode, we have been just having a great conversation, drinking wine, talking about life, contemplating life.
Definitely drinking wine.
Deep. Definitely drinking wine. We also took a shot of tequila, so we're feeling really ready to go.
Yeah. I think as they say in the industry, I am buttered up.
I did butter you up. In fact, I did. I think it's working. So if I do say so myself.
We'll see.
Only time will tell. I think that we should also talk about how we met. So we met through a very good mutual friend of ours. And you may not remember this, but I remember this vividly, that we met on a night where it was honestly a night that still sticks in my brain to this day, because it was one of the first nights that I went out on the town with like a group when I moved here.
Oh, wow.
We've known each other for a long time. It's been like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy. A mutual friend of ours introduced us, and obviously, you knowing everybody in San Francisco, he knew exactly the place to go. And we went to White Rabbit and danced the night away. And it was an amazing night. It was so fun.
Yeah. We were talking about it earlier, but I mean, one of the things I love about the industry. There's a lot of good things and there's a lot of not so good things. But one of the best thing about the industry is that when you can connect with people who have like similar tastes in you, but also very rarely you find those you have similar tastes and interests, but also values. And
period.
Yeah, you're one of those people that is like, I don't know, say like you can tell you're down to earth and you're not like you don't take yourself so seriously. And
I know that's right. I know that's right.
Yeah, and all the people who we have in common, I feel like they're the same way. They're just like, really positive, loving, free expression people, and those are the people I align with. So yeah, it's been awesome knowing you, being your friend.
Oh, stop! I'm gonna cry. That's so nice to you to say. No, I agree. I think that we do surround ourselves with like a really great group of people, and I'm really thankful for that.
Yeah, and that's the only reason why I'm able to be comfortable talk about stuff like this today with you, because I feel like especially since our conversation earlier, like I definitely think we align on that. So,
agreed.
Yeah.
We have a lot of similarities.
Yeah, I know.
That we honestly didn't really realize before tonight, I would say.
I know. Yeah, I agree.
Well, we're going to get into that. Don't you worry. Okay, well, the first thing that we always do on this podcast is we do dating updates. And I have some notes. And I would really, really love your opinion on this.
Okay.
Because I feel like you're going to have some great advice for me.
Okay.
And also I think that, okay, just a summary of where I'm at right now. So, because I think that we haven't discussed this as much, but I'm definitely in a phase where I have been trying every flavor of the rainbow. Like I have been in my phase of dating where I am really just going off of initial connection. And people always say, like, Kayla, don't you have a type? No, I don't have a type at all.
Okay.
It's all very, very different. I just go off of vibes.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I actually agree with that too.
I don't know. I think that I'm just in my phase of being open-minded towards what comes my way. You may remember this or you may not. But Mr. Cinderella's story is back. You know the phrase that they always come back? Do you agree with that? Do you agree? Do they always come back?
Not always, but they do. So
but they do.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, my current situation is actually I need a drink.
Yeah.
Before I talk about this, hold on.
Need a primer my lips.
Yeah, I need to prime this conversation. Hold on. So, Mr. Cinderella's story, basically, the synopsis is I met him on Valentine's Day night.
Wow.
Setting the scene. I know. Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
To meet somebody on that specific night of the year. But we were both at an AI matchmaking event.
Oh.
The same company I was telling you about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a dating app. It's an AI dating app.
It is, and they held a live or a in-person event on Valentine's Day. And I met, basically my friend and I needed somebody to take a photo of us. So I asked this guy, hey, can you take a picture of my friend and I? Not him, by the way, his friend. So I meet this guy, we hit it off, and then we eventually meet up with his friends, and he introduces me to Mr. Cinderella's story. And I immediately knew that I was interested in this person just based on, it's going to sound so cheesy, but like the aura. You know what I'm saying? Like when you first meet somebody, you're like, I can feel like you have a good energy to you.
I see.
You know?
So it was beyond physical. It was just like a certain maybe confidence or energy he just had.
It's just an energy, I think.
Yeah.
I think our energy matched.
That's real.
But basically, one thing led to another. We end up hooking up. He becomes my booty call. Okay.
So that was the aura.
That was the aura. The aura was many different things at the time. One day, he asks me if I would like to, quote unquote, link up for a drink. Right.
Okay. How many date interactions or hookup interactions have happened since then?
I think that it had been 3 or 4.
Okay.
So we'd been like familiar.
Yeah, definitely familiar.
Definitely familiar.
Yeah.
And then, so in my mind, if somebody asks me, hey, do you want to link up for a drink? In my mind, that's still a booty call. So just keeping that in mind.
Is it because it's not dinner and you feel like dinner would be more substantive than just like drinks?
No, I think it's more the lingo.
Oh, I see.
If somebody asks me to link up, like I'm like your bro. You know, like it's not, hey, would you like to go out on for a drink with me at this time at this place?
Right.
Then it's a different energy. But hey, do you want to link up for a drink? I'm starting to question what that means.
Yeah.
Especially when it's been in casual territory.
You're right. Because at some point you're in casual territory for so long that I think by the 3rd or 4th date, one party should at least state the intention of like, hey, I'm being more intentional and like taking this more serious. Like, let's go out to dinner. Let's actually do a date.
Yeah. What is the trajectory here? Like, we're not sure yet.
Yeah, I get it.
So basically he proposes this and then I end up not going, or like, basically I had something going on. I said, oh, hey, I'm just going to be inside tonight. I call him basically and he tells me, do you feel bad for standing me up? And I say, what do you mean? So then it starts to get into this territory of, okay, was this a date or not? Right? And we start questioning that. All of that being said, we went on a date on Friday.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Was it a drink or a dinner date?
It was a drink because I hate dinner dates and he knows that.
Oh, sorry. We did talk about that.
I don't like dinner dates. I won't do them.
Okay.
If I am splitting my attention between a man and food, the food will always win. I will say this every single time. It's not for me. Yeah. I respect the people who do love that. It's just not for me. I'm not that girl. I'm a triple Aries. Like.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wait, what is your horoscope?
I'm all fire.
Are you Leo?
I'm a Leo.
I see that. I immediately blocked that.
I know. It's so obvious. And
no, I'm also a very obvious fire sign.
No, yeah, you are. That's why you said that you and I like aligned and we got along. And this is exactly why. Now we know.
Sense.
You're triple fire. I'm triple fire too.
Are you really?
Yeah. Leo, Sag, and Aries moon.
Wow. we're playing with fire literally right now. It's a lot.
So this is the 4th date, right?
Well, technically first date.
Oh, so you guys just been hooking up before this drink date. Wow.
No, it's starting to like, now it's a question of, is it coming out of hookup territory? Because that happens. It's rare.
Yeah. I think if he is trying to get outside and meet you outside, that is showing some effort. So I think he's probably...
He's feeding my delusion right now.
Maybe he's like, hey, can we like go outside and like be around other people and do like other things that couples do? So whether it's, and he probably hopefully leaned on drinks because he knew that you might not be open to dinner. So I think that's a good sign.
Listening.
Yeah.
Okay. Basically, I have a crush and I'm trying not to read into it too much.
Well, how do you feel, you guys, after that last date? Like, do you feel like has there been communication or any feedback from that night from him? Has things like shifted more into a higher just consciousness of you guys together, or has it just stayed casual?
I want to say yes. There hasn't been any specific conversation of like, hey, like we've been doing this. Are we going to date now?
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Okay.
I totally don't think it's necessary. I think at this point, you guys are both equally kind of feeling it out, you know? And I think
very cautiously,
and you guys are also too, I mean, he's definitely trying to get comfortable with you. When a guy brings around his girls, I mean, I can't speak for every guy, but usually that means that he's trying to be comfortable with you being around him on a day-to-day. You know? And see how you behave, or I don't want to say behave, but like how you kind of interact with his friends and how that all goes. And for most guys, if that were to go successful, most guys are probably like thinking about taking the next step, to be honest.
Because it was kind of like he was introducing me to his world. Like it was his bar with his friends. Yeah. And like...
especially the fact
fact that it was the first date. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah,
like,
the first date at his bar.
Tested right now.
Yeah, no, I mean,
he was playing chess. I was playing checkers. He was playing chess the whole time. Like,
I mean, he might be, but I think if he's playing chess, it means he has some other kind of like motive. But if really he's playing checkers.
No, you think he's playing? So maybe in my mind I'm playing chess. Okay.
Yeah, because you can see his moves. I think when someone's playing chess with you, you can't see their next move. But if they're playing checkers, and you want to be playing checkers with a guy, you get to see what his moves are more obvious. You know, oh, you're trying to jump over here, you're trying to do this. So, and you know, guys can be much more one-dimensional when it comes to it. So I think if he's showing you that, I think he is giving you some real genuine intention in there. So I think it's going good.
I'm really trying not to overthink it right now.
Hell yeah.
But I really like him. Yeah. So we'll see where it goes.
It'll go good.
I've been like trying to refrain from texting him and trying to refrain from sending him Instagram reels. If I'm being honest.
Have you guys texted or talked or since then?
Very lightly.
Very lightly.
Very lightly.
Okay. Is that from you or him?
I was the one who reached out after the date and I said something funny. He's evaluating the conversation right now.
Wow. So you know he took these?
I did not know he took those photos of me whatsoever. Yeah. It's so casual though, like very minimal.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's playing it safe, and I think he's trying his best to be on the surface. But this tells more, right? Actions speak more than what he's actually texting you. And the action here, I mean, he's definitely acknowledging it. Maybe he's not articulating his feelings about it, but that's most guys, and that's fine. But the fact that he took these photos, this means that he admires you. This means that you are his muse. Yeah, I think that speaks a lot.
I'm gonna freak out. I'm gonna freak out. Anyways, that's my dating update.
Okay.
It's we've got potential.
Yeah,
I'm very excited about the potential. How are you feeling? What is your dating update?
My God, my dating update. I mean, I told you a little bit about it earlier. For myself, I am just kind of right now been going through a lot of growth and just a lot of inner reflection.
Yes.
So from where I'm at right now, like I've been very embedded in my work and my growth, personal, professional, all that. So what I appreciate right now is that I'm in a situation with somebody who I feel like she and I are both very honest and open with each other.
I love that.
And I feel very comfortable being, for the first time in a long time, and I'm not, trying to say this to say like this is the one, but what I really appreciate about it is that I get to be honest and authentic with myself. And here's somebody who, you know, doesn't care about any of the noise. We have no background context of each other whatsoever.
Which is beautiful.
Yeah, we met organically, which I think is, you know, kind of rare these days. I just like the pace that we're going. Nothing's rushing, and we're also both being very honest with each other along the way. So I feel good about that.
I love that for you.
Thank you, thank you.
Exciting.
I'll give you an update next time where it goes from here. But it is very new. It's only been literally like a couple of weeks, so that could all change in a week.
I already know that you're invested. So that being said, I think that we should get into these patterns, and what we've been talking about basically is dating patterns and what those mean, and ultimately our reflections from them. And I think that that's a really important topic that we should dive into more, because I know that I have definitely had some patterns despite me not having a type. Dating under the rainbow, I definitely have some patterns for sure, and some cycles that I've been to in very toxic ways, and I would hope in hindsight that I've learned from. So I think that it would be interesting for us to, just talk about ways that we have been dating, what those patterns are that have kept repeating, and then, you know, breaking those patterns and where we are now.
Yeah. And just to kind of like give the audience a little like more context on that, because we talked about this earlier, like I have a different perspective because I am older than you. I'm 38. So I've had more experience. I've also...
He's a veteran. He's a veteran. I'm still learning. I know that I personally will be learning a lot from this episode. So
yeah. And, you know, one of the things that comes with wisdom and comes with experience is a lot of failures and a lot of reflection. And I'm at the point in my life where I definitely acknowledge that I've made a lot of mistakes along the way. And I've been, you know, working very, very much on, you know, taking accountability. But this has all been a part of my self-development. So that's why I'm comfortable having these conversations with you and these topics with you, because I've talked about it in therapy. I've talked about it with, you know, really close friends. So I get more and more comfortable talking about these subjects. But, you know, what I hope to offer is, you know, there is an audience of younger people out there who might be, and maybe hopefully even for some of the men who, you know, hear some of these subjects and be like, hey, that might be what I'm doing and that might be me. And, you know, for the girls of your audience, you know, I hope to say, hey, that might be something similar that I'm seeing, something I'm noticing. And, you know, the truth is when we do dating, I talked about this earlier, we tend to fake it a lot. I kind of think we're all like out there as little sociopaths just trying to impress people and show them the best versions of ourselves and
just
hide.
Being performative.
But being performative.
Performative all the time.
Exactly. So my experience and life experience has taught me, you know, definitely to align myself with more of being authentic and being real with yourself and being honest with yourself. I'm comfortable talking about my past, and hopefully, you know, my experiences and my reflections can be of some value to you guys in the audience.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to hear about, you know, where you're at, and hopefully I can help give some insight to that as well.
Yeah. That was so eloquently put. You're so well spoken.
I'm not.
You are so well spoken. Okay, well, with that, I think that it's a really good start to just be talking about, I don't know, people that we have been in patterns with dating, and maybe some patterns that we recognize within our own dating lives. And I can definitely resonate with this for sure. I think that I am somebody, and if you're listening to this rather than watching this, you're not seeing me right now, but I'm like very much cringing internally at this. Is like, I am definitely somebody who dates potential 100%. That is a pattern that I have definitely recognized within myself. Define potential.
Yeah.
Great question. For me, potential means people that are open-minded but aren't necessarily taking the steps to get to where they need to be. And I recognize this with a lot of my exes have been very much people who have big aspirations, but I also feel like I am somebody who is very open-minded and has a very untraditional career, that I kind of push those people to be their full selves in that. Okay. So I target people who are interested in that, but aren't there. Does that make sense?
It makes total sense. It goes with what you and I talked about earlier about alignment. You know, the good thing that you're doing is that you're trying to be more aligned with the partners that you meet. Some people, and I fall in this category myself, will date people who are different than us, right? We try to make the blanketed excuse that, oh, opposites attract. And they can, but at the very core and root of it, you guys have to be aligned with some sort of value.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you're giving people who maybe have the same aspirations or ambitions of pursuing their own, kind of way of having their career and way of life. And I'm the same way. I tend to find myself more aligned with people who are entrepreneurs, people who kind of creatives, because that's kind of more in the scope of where I have my passion.
Yeah.
And, so I'm always going to be interested in that. But the thing when it comes to potential, the problem I have with that word is that I think, like you said it yourself, potential means that you have this, but at the same time, you're also aware that they lack something of.
Okay. Period.
So
okay, clock me.
I think if you're gonna be, and that's fine. I think there's nothing wrong with that, because I think that a lot of loves, a lot of great romance and love stories are embedded in faith. Right?
Yeah, that part.
So you're talking about faith, and all of that can work. All of that can work, but at the root of it, you have to have something that really grounds you, aligns you with that person.
Yeah.
So whether it is, maybe the way that you get to how that person gets to their full potential, that may always be open-ended and be a question. But if there's something that grounds you guys, that you guys both align in as a really core, as I call core values, you're gonna find a way to make it work.
Yeah.
Now, if this person doesn't align with your values, but you see things that, and we talked about it before, like more kind of like validate, what you want in a partner, you might find yourself being disappointed, because at the root, if there's no value to it, you're just giving somebody the benefit of the doubt, which, is fine. But I think more often than not, to a degree.
Yeah.
But most people find disappointment at the end of that.
That part. No, and I've definitely recognized this pattern within myself. If you are like me and you have done that, then you are potentially setting yourself up for failure from the very beginning.
Absolutely.
Because you're not fully realizing your own potential in relation to the person that you're with.
Ooh, that part.
That part.
Yeah.
Bars. Do you think that you have any dating patterns that you have recognized over the years?
Absolutely. I think that, I don't know how far to get into it about myself, but what I will say is, I think we talked about it with you before. I did the same thing. I think sometimes when you're not reaching your full potential, I think most people, we know that. Like, we know when we ain't shit. Yeah. Like, we know when we're not on our shit.
Do.
You could be.
We know when it's out of line.
Yeah, you could be functioning. You could be a high functioning ain't shit ass person. You can be right. Like, I do my job well. I pay my bills. Who cares if I'm dating these toxic people, because I'm a grown ass person. I do, and I can make mistakes and do what I want. You're avoiding, the root of what you need to work on yourself. So with that said, there's a lot of time that I was avoiding of that. I didn't want to see what I was wrong in. I didn't see what I was, my toxic or attachment issues. So I would purposely date, the wrong type of girl, and I worked in the industry that was around a lot of bottle girls and,
crazy stuff going on
just
there.
Crazy stuff, or, people in this industry. And I think I did it because I knew how it would end. And I felt like I had still some kind of control or autonomy of this relationship. Cause I know if I don't give it on my all and I don't really, invest in it and it falls apart, well, I knew it wasn't going to work out.
Right. And it's a back pedal for yourself, or it's like safety net for yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Damn.
And that was a pattern I definitely had to break.
That's bars. That's crazy. And we talked about this before this episode, but in my mind, it's like when you read the last page of a book to know how it's going to end before you even start the book.
I like that.
You are basically purposely putting yourself in a safe spot because you're afraid of that unknown and that vulnerability. That ultimately dating is all about.
I agree. What I've learned in my experience, I can only speak for myself, but what I've learned in my experience is that our partners are a reflection of ourselves. The people we date are a reflection of ourselves.
Agreed.
And most times than not, as we're failing in that, we will all default to say, well, it was that person's fault. It wasn't mine. It really starts with, like, what are my patterns? What am I doing? I myself went through a whole reflection and reckoning where I came to learn that I was just doing a lot of shit that wasn't aligned with my values, and I wasn't really giving myself that self-love.
To recognize that.
To recognize that, yeah, because really to do all that, I mean, it's self. I think it is a little bit of self-sabotage and self-destructive even to do that. And so, if you want to be healthy, and you want to be aligned in your life, you have to like recognize what are your values and what are the things that are just validating you. And then as more I started like kind of avoiding those distractions, avoiding those validations, and really aligning myself with, you know, the things that I want to be good at, which is to create, to, you know, whether I was doing events and doing experiences or cooking food or, you know, whatever project I did, this, you know, restaurant, and I did the whole bar program. The more that is really who I am, you know, and those are really my values. And the more you work towards that, the more you're going to find yourself avoiding these distractions. And, you know, you might even find yourself being even more single, as I find myself more. But the thing is the people who you do attract at that point, because I really believe in not chasing. I think men chase too much
Hot take.
without intention, and that's a whole other subject. But I think we should attract more, and I think the way we do that, and when you do that, it's not just, I mean, like just standing there and some people come up to you.
Right.
It's when people recognize that, yo, this person has good values, this person has a good head under the shoulders, and I think that's when you start really, when it starts clicking and you start meeting the right people.
And I think that, I mean, like you just said, the more that you are in touch with yourself and what you truly value, that's when you're going to start to put out that energy out in the world.
Yeah.
And that same thing is going to be received back to you.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that comes to mind for me with this conversation is the number one question, or a very common question I feel like me, myself, my friends always ask is, okay, like, how do we get approached, or how do you start these conversations? And at the end of the day, that is the first wrong thing to be thinking, is like, how am I going to be approached, right? How am I going to attract that? You should feel so secure in yourself that that comes naturally to you. And I do think that that is also a part of this like bigger conversation around dating, is if you are feeling so desperate for it, then that energy is going to be put out into the world, and you're going to receive that exact same energy back to you.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what you said with I think that a key word here, there's something that I really resonated with, was distraction. And we start aligning ourselves when we're in that energy with these more low vibrational connections that aren't very true to what we are actually really seeking when we're out there, you know?
Absolutely. You hit the nail on the head. That's at the core of where a lot of people, they start things on a wrong foot, you know, when it comes to dating. If you are insecure with yourself, if you are not living your life to your potential, or not to your potential, sorry, to your purpose. If you're not doing that, you're going to find yourself meeting a lot of fake people. Period. If you do things for the validation of others, you're going to find yourself desperate, low vibrational people who seek validation. It's scary because at some point, some people, this is the space, and I fall to this category too. I felt in the past. This is where some people, like, where they can only find love. This is the dating pool they have, and it's just so, it can get so toxic and so dangerous there. So yes, I think before you get out there in the world, before you go out and start dating, before you start texting that girl, ask yourself what intentions you have. People talk about intentions all the time, but I think intentions just really begins with yourself and purpose.
Yeah.
You know, because if you do that and you know what you want for yourself, and when you meet somebody, you're gonna know on the first date if it's gonna work.
When people talk about intentions, right? That's a big word.
Yeah.
I feel like that's always a topic of conversation that comes up with dating. What are their intentions with me, with you, with your friends?
But what does that mean?
But also, we're always thinking about somebody's intentions for the other person, but we're not really thinking about the intention with ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's where it originates, right?
Yeah.
It's so much easier to put that onto somebody else. It's always easier, but that's the problem when we're dating and like actively trying to level ourselves up in dating, is when we're looking externally, that's ultimately not going to be as fruitful as looking forward and towards ourselves.
Yeah, no, you said it exactly. You gotta look inward first. You know, some people, you know, the most easiest category that we know is wrong when the people like try to like change others. You know, I think that's a direct reflection of that person.
That's also a dating pattern.
Yeah, I don't have to change myself if I can make this person better. I don't have to work on my own issues if I can make this person change. You know, we've all felt to this. You know, we're in a relationship and it's like going wrong, and you're like, at that point, you're like, well, maybe I can change that person. And I think even in those moments, there is a way you can find alignment, but both parties have to be open to it. In order to the best to avoid that, and the best to avoid the disappointment of it, is to be intentional with yourself. Dating to me is all about like, it's a personal trial and error of yourself. Like I think dating should be a benchmark of how well have I healed and learned in life, you know?
Yeah.
And then
it's a test of that.
Yeah, and sometimes I go out there and I'm like, oh shit, this is bad. Like why I'm in a strip club again. Like it's
where am I right now? Fuck.
God damn, I did it again.
So much of dating is just purely self-validation. And I mean, we see that a lot with dating apps too, is that everything is so performative. Everything in dating kind of has to be performative because you're trying to sell yourself at the end of the day.
And the tricky part is you have to also, as the audience, as a person on the other side of that, you have to go in with this, you know, this filter that, you know, this person may be performing, and that's okay, you know?
Yeah.
At some point, you have to start being very authentic. I think everybody should be authentic from the jump, but I also think if everybody was so honest from the very beginning, that might throw some red flags out. It's like dancing, you know? It's like any kind of like courting, you know? You see this and we see this in the animal kingdom all the time, right?
They perform a dance to get a mate.
Yeah, like those birds that be like, you know, opening their wings up and just like flapping around and just showing all their feathers and shit. Like, hey girl, look at me. You know?
Yo, come over here.
And, you know, I love that because I see that it's transcendent across species, and, you know, we do it too. But, you know.
Except this way, we're showing a fish on Hinge. It's very different, but, you know, same, but different font, you know. That's fine.
Wait, do you come across those profile pages of guys with fishes and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I see that, and I thought it was like, but it's really that
it's
comment?
very prevalent. Yes. It's always
I don't
the
even
combination.
Have any fish.
No, I'll tell you right now, the holy trifecta of the boy Hinge profile is
please enlighten me.
Shirtless photo with dog, photo with fish.
That sounds like a winner to me, you know?
You know, it's a pattern. It works. Hey, I wouldn't be seeing it so much if it wasn't successful. That's called repetition marketing, baby.
Like, I get the shirtless photo. And maybe even I get the dog, you know.
The dog makes sense.
The dog makes sense. I ain't gonna lie. Like I had a dog, rest in peace. He did pass late last year. But definitely when I had a dog, I definitely felt like it was and I hate to use the word again, validation that I am a responsible human being.
Part, you can take care of a living thing.
You can take care of a living thing, yeah. I think that does stand for something.
Any woman's gonna look at that and say that's a green flag. I will say that.
Yeah, and I think the fish, does that like tie into?
I think it's a masculinity thing.
But
it's also like, why are you showing that to women?
Maybe because it means they're a provider, is what I always thought. Do you see that? Do you think that when you see it?
He's a hunter-gatherer.
He's a hunter-gatherer. He can feed me a fish.
He can catch me a fish in the wild. If all comes down to it. He's got those basic skills.
Yeah.
He's got the fundamentals.
And you're the guy so excited, like he's fucking reeling fish. Like, yeah, I'm gonna totally post this on my Hinge.
No, literally. Can't wait to post this for all of the females.
They're gonna love this. Cannot resist.
Literally, right when it gets out of the water. It's
man, no, we gotta stop doing the fishes. You gotta stop.
That's gotta end.
Mm-hmm. Would you? And I'll say this. I'm asking because I haven't done a online dating site since 8 years. I think. Yeah, 8 years.
Congratulations.
It's been
That's a milestone.
I'm from Plenty of Fish days.
Plenty of Fish days.
Do you know what Plenty of Fish is?
I do know what Plenty of Fish is. Whoa, that just like came back from the back of my brain.
Yeah, but I
totally forgot about that.
But Plenty of Fish was like the Wild West of online dating.
That was a lot. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't on it, but I've heard many stories.
Yeah, I got catfish like 4 times at least. Yeah, 4 times.
That's insane.
You know what they used to call it back then?
What?
Plenty of.
What? Why?
Because there'd be some serious Like,
they are the wild, wild west. I think that with dating apps, especially, I mean, I'm not as on the dating apps. I'm also like you, like I really try to intentionally date in the wild, but I don't want to know anybody about the person. I don't want to know any information about the person before I meet them.
Yeah.
What do we have to talk about if I already know your whole life story off of DMs? Where's the fun in that? There has to be, I like the thrill. I like the risk of like not knowing.
And I don't know if it's like a fire sign thing, but like I'm like you. Like I like even if you got a couple red flags, like I'm okay with that. You know, like
let's see where this goes.
Is there conviction behind it? I don't know what the hell the pie chart of it is, but a big chunk of that is instinct, and just some of it is faith, and and the rest of it is like just intuition and vibe. Yeah, just vibes. Just put that in the pie chart. Big chunk vibes.
If we've learned anything from this conversation so far, is just that it's all about vibes. Well, moving on to the favorite section of the podcast, which I'm excited about, which involves role play.
I
think we should just cut the cameras right now, actually. I have recruited you here to help me.
Okay.
With flirting.
Oh, shit.
With flirting.
Okay.
We're going to get into it. Well, and you are somebody who has always said that you are, more of an attractor than a chaser. But I feel like there is still some level of like flirting involved with that, even if you're receiving.
Yeah. But I think my perspective on it is that flirting, I think, is much more. I mean, flirting is nuanced. It's not just what do you say or one-liners. Because to be honest, I don't have them.
Yeah.
I am not a one-liner kind of guy. But I think, like I said earlier, I think at the root of every with a flirtation moment is a mutual attraction of some sort, and you have to
confidence. So I think we need to get into the fundamentals of flirting first, which is testing eye contact, and then after that we'll build the perfect opener.
Okay, so we're gonna create a scenario.
We're gonna create a scenario.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said, "Hold on, let me just."
Do my stretches.
It's going to take everything in me to be serious right now. We're going to test eye contact first. Please do not do that. Why do you immediately lower your chin?
Yeah, so you can get a better look in my eyes. Yeah.
We have to hold it and not laugh for 10 seconds. I'm going to set a timer.
Fuck me.
I'm going to set a timer. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Longer than 10 seconds.
That was not.
That was like 20 seconds.
That was 20 and 10 seconds.
Wow. I'm like, wow, your eyes are so pretty.
Thank you. Yours too.
Thank you.
Too. Yeah, you actually have really nice eyebrows too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my God. Wait, this was so educational. I love this for us. Okay, so eye contact was good. Mm-hmm. I would give our eye contact a 9 out of 10, honestly.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah, that was good.
Thank you.
Okay, period. Next, we have to, now that we have done eye contact, we need to build the perfect opener. So I have some example situations here.
Okay.
Do we feel, what feels resonates the most? Airport, bar, wedding, or coffee shop?
Ooh.
I'm kind of feeling wedding.
Really?
It was the most unhinged out of the three. I just wanted to see what your reaction was going to be.
Definitely not wedding for me.
Airport bar.
Airport bar, yeah. I think I don't really talk to people in a coffee shop. Actually, if I were to thinking about it all, I've approached more women at an airport bar. And I don't say approach like intentionally to like date them, but just like I'm sitting there like, hey, what's up? Like, how you doing? And where you going? You got the time. Yeah, you got nothing but time. There. And you already know you guys already have something in common, and it's something like, nice, open subject to talk about, like where you going and, why. So I definitely resonate more with airport bar.
Okay. Do we want to, are you approaching me or am I approaching you at this airport bar?
I'll approach you.
Okay, period. Let's go. I love to hear that. Wow, that was an immediate answer. I like this. Continue. Okay, wait. Let me set the scene. I'm sitting at the bar. I'm drinking a glass of red wine in my sweats with my suitcase.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. Just took a big gulp from your glass just now.
I'm a nervous flyer.
Are you?
Very nervous.
It's okay. I'm the same way too. I hate flying. I'm way too tall. I'm never fit in my seat. So it's always like a surprise when I get in my chair, like what kind of experience I'm gonna get. So I like to get myself primed up with a glass also.
Luck of a draw.
Yeah. What's going on? What's your name?
I'm Kayla. How are you? Actually, I would probably give you a fake name.
Fake name.
My name is Jade. How are you?
My name is Sebastian.
Oh,
Great to meet you.
Nice to meet
Great
you.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. Yeah, where are you going? Where you heading out?
We're going to Seattle.
Seattle.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's a short flight away.
I've never been. I've never been. Like, what takes you out to Seattle?
You know, the nightlife.
The nightlife. All right. What about the nightlife in Seattle it attracts you and gets you
You know, the
excited?
lack of it.
The lack of it. Oh, so you're going out there for work.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We're building a basis, baby.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I feel that. I'm actually going to Ibiza, but yeah. There's some nightlife out there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arguably better.
I wouldn't agree. I mean, I think Seattle has way more to offer than Ibiza. I'm just kidding. I don't.
He's swinging it in my favor, guys. This is good. This is good. I'm done. Okay, period.
Yeah.
Well, I've got to go to my flight now.
I would. Well, you live in San Francisco?
Yeah, I'm around. I'm a local.
Oh, okay, cool. I live in the city too, but I live in Oakland. So maybe when we're both back, we can link up and talk about our nightlife experiences in Seattle and Ibiza. Compare who had the better time.
You know, I love a challenge.
I'm rooting for you.
Same.
I think you're gonna go out there and raise hell. So I'm really excited to hear about it.
I'm excited to hear about your debrief of Ibiza. It's probably gonna be very juicy.
Oh, it's gonna suck. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm going there. I'm going there on a mission, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
You didn't ask for my number?
Oh, well, I mean, I thought that was assumed at this point.
Hello.
You're gonna say bye.
You're just gonna let me leave? I'm crying. He forgot.
I thought that when you said bye, we had already done this part.
No. Okay. She's off.
She's
Never
off.
See her again.
Bon voyage.
Okay. Let's rate the smoothness. And then you're going to decide whether that worked or not.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I forgot.
Please leave a comment.
They're going to judge.
I'll leave a poll. Please judge whether that worked or not.
Okay.
I think I would rate that smoothness, honestly, an 8.5 out of 10.
What?
I think that was really natural.
No way.
We joked a little bit.
Yeah.
It was good.
Okay.
Humor is important.
I've never had anybody rate me on something like this. So that's good. That's good insight.
Okay. What are you rating it?
For me, like I told you, I don't have any one-liners, or I don't try to be like smooth or like that. You know, it's about being yourself. And to me, I always like to break the ice with humor. And I'm also a big believer in like not taking yourself so seriously when you're meeting somebody, because you see that a lot and go, oh yeah, hey, I do this and I do that, you know.
Yeah. Why are you trying to perform so hard? Just have a normal conversation with somebody.
Yeah, just be natural. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have anything like meaningful to say, just like you said, I complimented you, and I want to make sure that I was considerate, paying attention, and praising what you're doing, and no matter what it is.
Yes. I love that. Yes, compliment them. Refer back to things that they've already talked about. Show that you're listening.
True.
Well, I think that was a great chemistry check. Flirting bootcamp complete.
Really?
I think that was a mission successful. Congratulations. I think we should cheers to that. We don't have anything left, but you know, it's just the vibes. Now we're going to get into the main course, which is our Q&A questions. Y'all have written in and we have answers for you. How do you know a man is truly committed in a relationship?
Jesus.
That's a really deep question to start out with, actually.
Strong. I would say, in order to know someone's commitment, I'm saying this from a third point of view, is test a relationship beyond the point of the euphoric, honeymoon phase. If you guys have tested, after you guys have found your guys' interest, found your mutual hobbies, hell, even mutual values, that's, everything's going great. How do you know you're committed to that person? I think it really comes down to when all of that is tested and you guys come through whether it's a confrontation, maybe a fight, something where that is tested. If you guys can find yourselves, if that person, whether, you or that person who has disagreement, can come back and say, you know what, I may not agree with this fully, but I do value this person in this way and they make my life better in this way. And one of you, whether you or that person say, hey, I'm willing to make this work, I think that is giving a commitment.
I agree. Okay, next question. Okay, somebody says, best trick to get somebody interested in you, something that would work on you, ? What works on you? For me, I know what works on me. I'm very, very aware that humor will do crazy things to me. If you're funny, you could be a 2 and all of a sudden you're an 8 in my mind.
Yeah, I would say same answer and I think this is something that like for for women, it stands out so much. Like, and that's why I encourage, like, all girls, don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid to show that weird, quirky, awkward,
Also,
even
guys like
embarrassing
that
side.
better. I would say that honestly, guys love it when girls are weird and quirky.
Hell yeah.
If you're really nichely interested in something, that's so hot.
Yeah.
Talk to me about your Star Wars Lego collection. Why don't you?
What's your like quirky, like weird, like habit or hobby?
Ooh, that's a really good question. What is my quirky random hobby? A guy I've liked for 3 years broke up with his girlfriend recently. It's still fresh. Do I make the move? I would say absolutely not. I would say if it's within 4 months, no.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna look to hook up with this person, they're gonna be very open to it. But if
Yeah.
you really like this person, I would recommend you wait till they get that out of their system.
I agree. Also, if you've liked him for 3 years, you don't want to start something with them that isn't going to last because you know that they're still healing. Like if you liked him that long, baby girl, you've waited long enough. Just keep waiting. What's the difference between being love bombed and someone having genuine interest? Ooh, good question, Bree. Thank you.
Man, I think I can answer this because I definitely fell into the, not that I'm proud of it, but I definitely
He said,
did.
I identify, unfortunately. I
Identify.
claim.
Yeah, no, man. I was going through a phase where I did love bomb a lot. I ain't gonna lie, and I'm not proud of it. But
We've all been there.
yeah, I think when it comes to it, there's got to be more context and stuff like that. If he's just saying how you make him feel, that might be a hint that it's love bombing. If he's saying more about talking about, really he wouldn't need to like love bomb you. That's gonna come out in different ways. How he's treating you, how he's communicating, how if he's being present.
If it's all within words,
Yeah, you're right.
that's it.
It's got to be
That's
in
how
actions.
you know. Words have to attribute to actions, and if they're not, you're 100% being love bombed. Are you ever going to get into a serious relationship, or do you plan on dating around? Great question. I mean, I think everybody's goal is to be in a serious relationship. So that's my answer. I, like everybody else on this planet, every human on this planet, craves love and wants to be loved. And am I casually dating around right now to learn about myself? Absolutely. But in my mind, I'm always open-minded and ready for that to cross that threshold. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I think that if the right person presents himself, I will 100% be wifey immediately. Duh.
Yeah.
Is that crazy?
No, it's not. It's not crazy at all.
Hot take. I think that everybody who is casually dating is really just stepstoning their way to a serious relationship. I think everybody casually dating really does want a serious relationship.
If you're putting yourself out there and you've done all the work, then yeah, you should be ready.
Yeah. Elizabeth asks, I asked him to hang out and he says he's busy tonight, but didn't set a new date. What do I do? I've been there. Honestly, girl, nothing.
Time will reveal.
If it's in his court to set a new date, girl, just let it go. That's all you can do. I know that's not the answer you want to hear, but you just got to move on. Get another person on the roster. That's my answer. Do people flirt anymore? Should the guy be the one to walk up to a woman? Doesn't matter. Ooh, I love this question because in this generation, babe, no, it does not matter. I approach men all the fucking time. I also, every single time I talk to a man about this, I get the same answer of, do you approach women? The answer is no. And then my follow-up question is why? And they always say because they don't want to come off as creepy or they don't want to intrude on a woman's space because they value or respect the women. But it's also like this weird cycle of that. So do people flirt anymore? I think they do. Confident people do approach and they do flirt.
Yeah.
They're rare these days, but I also do not think it matters whether a woman or a man goes and initiates that at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Hot take. That's my opinion.
I agree, but I don't like that is the case.
Yeah, of course not.
Like, I think it's one of those things that we have like come to settle in society. And, I think there's a lot of questions, a lot of like subjects about like gender norms in a relationship these days. And,
yeah.
And I think that's attributed to why guys are kind of like more defaulted to this. Mm-hmm. And women are accepting of it, but I don't think they should. Yes, women do approach me sometimes, but I think that it's much more aligned and much more mutual when a man approaches a woman and you will have that ability to make that impression with her. And I think that impression is what's going to be lasting for her. That's the impression that she's going to remember and talk about on your wedding day, or when people ask, how did you guys meet? And that glow in that moment when she's like, you know what, like I had no idea I don't want it, but he can. I think that the ability to do that says a lot about character and a lot about a man's intention. So I do I think that that's the way it should be? No, but I highly encourage a man to do that. I think men should definitely be intentional and not be afraid to approach a woman.
Yeah, go for it.
Girl, I've been talking to a guy in Puerto Rico. I live in Georgia. Should I go for it?
Ooh.
I think you should go for it, but as an experience, I'm an experienced Latino, as I am myself, that man's gonna probably have a second family. Okay, so you can do it.
Do your investigative work first.
Yeah, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? And he might have the motivation and energy to like say, I can do both. You know what I'm saying? You can have your fun and do what you got to do, but most likely that man is going to have a second family in Puerto Rico.
Stay alert, fam. Yeah. Stay alert.
Stay woke.
Well, this has been so fun. How are you feeling?
I've been feeling good.
I'm feeling great.
I feel really natural. This was like way more chill than I thought it would be.
Okay, good. No, he literally thought we were going out to a restaurant.
I didn't know what to expect. She's like,
no, we're like literally hanging out in my bed.
Yeah, she's like, we're cozy shit. I'm like, what?
What are you talking about? So we're at the end of this episode, and at the end of each of these dates, we always evaluate our bed chem. So we're going to talk about, number one, the green flags from this conversation. What were the green flags for you?
Yeah, if we were on a date and I was getting to know you, I would say your confidence. That's a green flag. You're passionate. You're not afraid to be honest about yourself. Not so much like revealing too much and you're like throwing a lot of red flags, just that it shows that you definitely lived an experienced life and you've definitely taken some lessons from it. And I think that shows growth. And anytime you see growth in somebody, I think that is definitely a green flag, because they may not be perfect. Nobody is. No one's going to be. But to know that somebody is willing to say, hey, I was like this and I was, but this is, you can show that growth in that. I think that says a lot.
I would say the green flags for me, just that you're such a more layered person than I thought. I mean, I think that's probably consistent for you, but like, I just really feel like our conversation was so organic. You're such a good listener. You never interrupted me in my conversation. I really clocked that. And I think that we both held great space for each other.
Thank you.
So it was a really, really solid conversation.
Yeah, it was. It was really good.
Yeah.
The more we talked, the more we realized that you and I can relate. So it felt like the things I could talk about, you would understand.
Yeah. And just you're a very reflective person. Like, I can see that you've done a lot of reflection and that you know yourself really, really well.
Thank you.
How to ruin that. The red flags from this conversation.
Yeah, I was saying, you might be the first person to give me.
So what are red flags from this conversation? Number one, that I got you drunk.
Yeah. She only got me to talk this much because I'm like a bottle of wine deep in a shot.
Yeah. So I buttered you up. What other red flags do I have?
Honestly, the only thing I would say is a red flag is, but this will only apply if I was an insecure man, is your dating experience.
Oh, I've never heard that before. Wait, this is tea.
Yeah, no, yeah, because I've been on a date before with somebody, and you sometimes you meet some people, and you could tell they're like very what's the word I'm thinking? Experienced, prolific daters. They have experience. They have, or they might have a story or an experience tied to something that you do, and you start feeling yourself like you're getting compared. Mm-hmm. And I think we all do this. Sometimes you ask questions. And sometimes like you're sitting across somebody. I'm not saying you did this, but like you sit across from somebody and they'll be like, "So what's the worst thing you've ever done to somebody?"
Right. I'm sure you have a really interesting answer to that.
Yeah.
Spill immediately.
I think if I were a lesser secure guy, I would think that. But I don't.
That's so funny because I was going to say the exact same thing about you. Like literally the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're just experienced veterans.
We are,
okay.
yeah. I know. Shit, man. I'm going to start calling you OG.
What surprised us? I think for me, what surprised me about you is just how well-spoken you are about these topics and how well you carry yourself. I mean, I always knew that about you, but having these deeper conversations that we are now, I feel that even stronger now.
Thank you.
Also that we just have a lot of similarities. That's what
Yeah,
surprised me.
I know.
Yeah.
I told you before, part of the reason why I came here because there's some things on the surface that I have gotten to see and know a little bit about you. And, I'm like, and again, I think the people I'm friends with, we have to have like that in common. Like some of the people we're mutually friends with, they're like that too, in their own way, even though we can be different. But I think anybody who's passionate, who can be authentic for the best or the worst, is somebody I'm going to get along with very well. And I'm going to be comfortable opening myself to.
Okay, so the last question and arguably the most important question of this entire episode is, would we go on a second date, metaphorically speaking? I would say yes.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Strong hell yeah. High five.
High five. If I had 4 thumbs.
Thanks so much for watching. And if this resonated with you at all, share it with a friend. Share it with somebody who really needs it right now. And hit us up in the DMs. Let us know if you have any dating questions or dilemmas. Feel free to always DM me. And that's a wrap.
Signing off.
Love you. Bye.
Peace.